You can achieve the income to get whatever it is you want in life. What we're about to show you are the exact same strategies we used to get a $12,000 sale in 6 days and build multiple drop servicing businesses from $0 to driving 6 figures. Here you see one client who paid $6,000 for 3 months of service in advance, then another $6,000 for an additional 3 months of service. We landed this client in just 6 days, and he pays us month after month recurring income for 6 months so far. Now, here's the exciting part. We don't even deliver the services ourselves. We aren't consultants or freelancers. We just sell services. So it becomes passive income month after month, but more on that later. I highly recommend you stay until the end of this training because you'll understand the strategy, and we will give you the exact template to implement the strategy that we used to get this $12,000 client so you can copy and paste and use it instantly. So if this training only teaches you this one thing and you get your own $12,000 sale, it'll probably be worth your time, right? But do we all agree that we want to make more money so we have access to more opportunities, choices, and freedom in our lives? Of course we do, right? Because with money, we get more freedom, happiness, and control. So write yes in the chat if you agree with that. Okay, awesome. So the average life expectancy of a human is 72 years. So this means that you could live more, but your life could also be shorter than that. You could catch a virus, for example. Who would have expected that a pandemic would happen in our lifetime, right? Or you could get cancer or get in a car accident. Do you know or have you heard of people that have passed away too young? We all know somebody that died too early, right? Maybe a friend, family, a celebrity, a classmate, a coworker. We think we will live forever, but we never know when our time will come. Well, that could be you or me, you never know. Anyway, my point is that our time is limited. I am 28 today, so I only have about 44 years left. Look at this graph. Each red block represents the number of years that have already passed, and the white blocks are the number of years left. At 28 years old, I've already lived almost half of my life. So how old are you? How many red blocks have already been filled out in yours? And how many of these red blocks have you spent in a state where you didn't have much freedom, choice, and control in your life? Where you didn't have the freedom to do what you wanted? Parts of your life where you were not truly doing what makes you happy. How many white blocks do you have left? How many of these white blocks are you going to spend with a lack of choice, no freedom, and unhappiness? Now, my goal for you is really to spend as many of the remaining white blocks as possible in a state where you have the choice and freedom to do what makes you happy, to do what you want, when you want, with who you want. But how many of these red blocks are you going to keep filling out until you solve your life situation? You see, each white block that you give up is 1 year gone that you will never get back. It's 1 year that you can either spend doing what you love or doing something that doesn't make you happy. Now, if you're like me and everyone else, you don't want to give up any more white blocks, right? If you want to change your life situation and finally fix this, you will need to commit to making a change now. The longer you wait, the more white blocks become red. Write yes in the chat if you agree. If you don't want to give up any more white blocks and you are fully committed to making a change, to make a change now, you need to get results from this training, and that's my goal for you today. And we will give you all the best techniques and methods we've used in our businesses to get massive results. You're here to get results from this training, but if you get distracted, you won't. If you're really committed to making a change, put your phone on flight mode and put it somewhere you won't be tempted to reach for it, like a drawer or another room. If you keep it nearby, you will get distracted and you might miss critical information. That's the difference between success and failure. So ask yourself, what's more important, looking at your phone or changing your life? Turn off your phone, put it away, do it now, or it's unlikely you'll get results. Same goes for any other tabs or programs you have open on your computer. Close down any extra tabs or desktop apps because having other things open during this training will distract you. If you want this training to work, you've got to focus. Being distracted, you'll miss critical information and you won't get any results. So if you really want to stop giving up white blocks and live a life with freedom, choice, and fulfillment, you really need to focus on this training today, because if you don't solve your problems now, after the training is over, you're just going to sink back into routine, your situation won't change, and in 5 years, you'll be in the exact position you are right now. The only difference is that you'll be older, have more responsibilities, and less energy. So now you might be wondering, is this training going to make it happen? And the answer is yes, if you really focus, because this drop servicing training has delivered the most results in the world. Now, before I show you the results, which we have a ton of screenshot and screen recording proof for, I need to tell you a few things. We cannot guarantee you results. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a magic bullet, be lazy, click a few buttons, and make money scheme. There is work involved. This is not for predators who just want to make a profit without contributing value to the world. You must be ethical. My results and my students' results are not typical. We're not implying that you will get the same results as these people or any results for that matter. The results you get are up to you. In fact, we don't know your situation, so we can't guarantee results because you may make more, the same, or less than the people you see today. You might make nothing at all. Your results are completely up to you, which is great, right? Because you are in control of your life and there's no better place to be. What I can guarantee is I'll show you step by step how we achieve significant results consistently using the strategies, tactics, and methods revealed today within my own drop servicing businesses and how they work, so you can replicate that in creating your own business, as well as, more importantly, how other people just like you achieved results, because you need to know this really works, so we don't just tell you things, we show you proof and real results, how other people are able to achieve results. And look, over the years, I've generated over $1 million with multiple businesses, and I'm not going to bore you with too many results before getting to the good stuff, but let's just take a quick look at some results so you know this is legit, because once you see this is possible, you'll take even more action with the strategies, tactics, and template I give you in this training. And here are some screenshots of some of my results, my sales, but screenshots, aren't enough. I've also prepared some more interesting results. Let's also look at the screen recording where you can see the inside of one of these drop servicing businesses' PayPal accounts to watch the sales flow in. I've even set things up on my phone so the notifications pop up there, which always feels good, when you're at a bar or Disneyland or the airport off to another destination, or maybe on a beach relaxing with a Mai Tai. And look, I'm not special. All of these people replicated the strategies, tactics, and methods you're about to receive for free and got results by attending this call. Now, maybe you're asking yourself if this will work for beginners. If you're just getting started and don't have any skills, knowledge, or experience, will it work for you? And the short answer is yes, because this is such a new business model. Most people starting are beginners. Stephen landed his first $5,689 sale in a few weeks as a beginner. Axel here got a €2,000 sale in only 3 weeks at 16 years old as a beginner. And Adrian, who as a complete skeptical beginner, was able to make a $799 sale in just a few weeks after joining the course. And how fast can you get results? We have Chirong here, who made $9,000 in 6 days, Fabian, who made €2,650 in 30 days, and Jordan also got his first 2 sales in 3 weeks. By the way, all these screenshots are real posts made by real people in our private Facebook group, and all that was possible because they used the techniques from the drop servicing blueprint, and you're about to receive the same techniques they used. Let's look at a little more proof to really hammer home that you can do this and it will work for you too. So, too busy with your family? Pauline is a mom from Malaysia with the responsibilities of taking care of her family, who used the strategies I'm about to give you to get 10 projects in 6 months. A very busy lady. Have a job? You can do this as a side hustle like Keely did before she quit her job. Stephen was working in tourism, then quit his job after he started smashing it. Christian went from $0 to $33,400 in the last 2 months, then he quit his job too. You can do this with a full-time job. Too busy with your studies? Do it on your own schedule like Chloe, who got her first sale as a busy student. Think you're too young? Auntie hits $18,000 a month at 17 years old. Think you're too old? Michael is 48 years old with a full-time job closing deals on the side. From a poor country, Yami from Bangladesh went from losing money with dropshipping to making $4,000 a day within the first 17 days. Ruan from South Africa went from struggling to start a business to making $1,500 with a $1,000 recurring revenue. We have students from well over 100 countries from all walks of life crushing it. So whatever the excuse, I've heard it all before. These people have the same or better excuses to not achieve their dreams, but they did it anyway. So as you can see, anyone from anywhere can do this. It doesn't really matter where you're from, how old you are, how much experience you have, if you have a degree, if you're a man or a woman, or anything else. There are hundreds of people around the world that are able to build this type of business and live a life of freedom. So give me an X in the chat box if you've seen enough and want to move on to the training so you can do this too. In fact, what you'll have by the end of this call is a repeatable, low investment way to build a real online business that generates a full-time income from home and can be created in as little as 30 days. You're going to have that locked and loaded, and at the end, you will tell me whether you have that or not. I want you to think to yourself at the end, did I get this out of the call? And there are going to be a lot of twos because 2 means yes on these calls. Also on this call, I don't just want to show off our results. Here I want to show the results and explain step by step how we got them. For example, Kevin is with us today and he's going to talk about his crazy journey in online business, how he made over $1 million online, and how he was able to get this $12,000 sale in 6 days so you can learn how to get your first sale fast. And we are not going to stop there. I will personally teach you how I have been able to consistently generate over $10,000 per month or 6 figures per year, working only a few hours per week for years. So you can learn how to consistently get results and replicate my strategies. It requires almost zero upfront investment, so it's cheap and easy to start. It requires no special skills, experience, or knowledge because you're simply selling the services while someone else delivers them. You don't need to hire anyone before you get paid because your clients pay you first and you pay your freelancers to deliver the service after. Payment is on a per project basis. You don't need to be creative or lucky because there are proven, repeatable simple tactics that get results consistently and systematically. But on top of that, there's massive demand with very little competition. That's what makes drop servicing the best business to start as a beginner right now and long into the future, because it's easy to start and get sales consistently. Like you just saw from all the examples I showed you, drop servicing is by far the best opportunity this year because it's the new, easiest, fastest, and lowest cost business model in existence. But this kind of opportunity, it's very rare and doesn't appear often on the market. Drop servicing is truly a unicorn. So if you don't like your current life situation, how you make money, if you're not happy with your job, studies, or not doing anything at all, whatever, if you're not happy right now and want to make a change, this is for you. If you're tired of trying to figure out how to make money and want the step-by-step copy-paste solution, this is for you. If you don't want to wait years and waste the best years of your life doing something that you hate, if you want to get results now so you can live life on your own terms, this is for you. If you don't want to invest a huge amount of money to start a business, this is for you. And if you want a business that you can do on the side whenever you have free time, this is for you. You have no relevant experience, knowledge, or degree, this is still for you. We are here to get you results, not here to make you feel good. Some information might make you a bit uncomfortable because it's the raw, unfiltered truth. We are not here to throw random statements at you. We don't expect you to blindly believe us. You shouldn't just believe anyone telling you how to build a business if there is no proof that it works. Always look at what they're doing and what results they get from it. Here, we show the results. We will tell you the exact strategies and tactics, then show you the results we were able to generate with them. You will see a lot of screenshots and screen recordings of results. We're not showing these to show off how cool we are. We're showing them to you to prove that what we tell you is working and that it's possible for you to achieve the same things. When I tell you that anybody without any skills, experience, or knowledge can build this type of business, remember, Axel is only 16 years old and from Finland and was able to build one. Here, he just made 3 new deals for 599, 799, and 3,800 euro. When I tell you that you can consistently make 6 figures per year, I can show you the results that I was able to accomplish with the exact same strategies I'm showing you today. When I tell you that you can sell high-ticket services to clients for $1,000, $5,000, $7,000, $12,000, I show you the actual screenshots. Here you can see a few $1,000 sales made back in 2016 when I was just getting started. You can see that in 2017, the sales got bigger. I got more $1,000, $2,000, and $3,000 sales. And in 2018, same thing. Here are a few $1,000 and $2,000 sales. In 2019, I was able to make bigger sales. Here are a few $4,000 sales of $6,000, another just $3,000, a $7,000 sale. And you can see a few more here. And in 2020, I closed some $12,000, $1,000, $6,000, and $5,000 sales here and so on. I can't fit all of the sales I've made over the past 5 years here, of course. It would just take too long, but I just want to show you a few so you can see that these strategies are consistently generating sales and even getting more effective over the years. And you can run a drop servicing business or traveling the world or whatever you want to do with your freedom. We show you the real results to back up every statement we make, not to show off, but to motivate you by showing you that you can do it too and that it works. So write hell yeah in the chat if you appreciate that we show you actual real results and want to see more. Now, you know this works. It's time to show you how to do it yourself. Now, you might be wondering why we're revealing all the information that took us years and hundreds of thousands of dollars to figure out on this training for free. And I'm going to be honest with you, after 5 years of building, scaling, and automating online businesses, I reached the point where I only had to work a few hours per week, checking that everything's going well. So I'm a little bored, first of all, but don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have reached that point because being bored is a luxury. But a couple of years ago, people started asking me for advice on starting, growing, and automating their businesses, and they were able to achieve crazy results very quickly, which motivated me to help even more people. So I found this passion of helping as many people achieve their freedom as possible. And because with this business, people can achieve the freedom to do what they want, where they want, with who they want, quit college, quit their jobs, travel, spend time with family and friends, and build a business and lifestyle that makes them happy. Now, maybe it's a little egocentric, but helping them makes me feel like I'm making an impact because they're able to achieve these crazy dreams, breaking free from the current system that I hate, with a narrative for most people goes something like this, spend tens of thousands of dollars and years of your life studying something you're not passionate about to get a job working 8 hours a day you hate, then get caught in the corporate rat race, chasing slightly better positions. And I was a victim of this system for a very long time, which is why I hate it so much. I say no more of this for people who don't want that system. I want to change the world, help people achieve their dream lifestyle, and really live a life of freedom and control with unlimited opportunities. Beyond giving back, I also think pragmatically, because by giving you free training and helping you get results, I hope that you will think about me in the future when you need coaching or help. Across the hundreds of people I've coached, I've noticed 4 keys to success across these success stories. When you have these 4 keys, you consistently get results and win. So today I'm going to give you these 4 keys, but it's up to you to unlock the doors with these keys. I can't do it for you. It's your job to choose your path and open your own doors. But with these 4 keys, you have the best chance of achieving success based on the hundreds of people I've seen use these 4 keys, and I know that you can be the next success story. The 4 keys to success are: discover your personal power, destroy mainstream business lies, process, locate a simple, fast and free business model, know the steps to implementing this model, implement these 4 things to be on the straight line path to success. This is how to get results. Today, we're doing something special. If you stay until the end of this training, you're going to get the template we used to get a $12,000 sale in 6 days, so you can just do what's working right away, because with this copy and paste template, you can not only get sales quickly and easily, but you will be able to consistently do it over and over again. You'll know how to use this template to consistently get results by the end of this training, at which point we'll give you the tool to implement the strategy. So stay focused until the end. You won't want to miss this. And honestly, we don't want to give this powerfully potent template away to everybody. So if you're committed, stay until the end and I'll happily hand it to you. But please, promise you won't share it with everybody and you'll only use this tool for good. Those of you who stay until the end will also get an invitation to join our private mastermind of successful drop services to learn from. Now, these 2 things are worth $300 at minimum to be conservative, but they're so powerful at getting you results, the value is more likely in the thousands. Why are we giving these valuable bonuses away for free to those who stay until the end of this training? Well, we simply don't want you to lose focus, because getting distracted stops you from getting results. Think about it. How many times have you been distracted so far? How many times have you checked your phone or other tabs? So if you haven't done so, really put your phone away and close all the other tabs so you can focus on this training and get results. The reward for focusing is higher than the pleasure you get by checking your Instagram or randomly browsing the internet. We're offering these free gifts if you stay until the end to increase your success rate, because you focus more. Also, you might be skeptical or feel doubt. How many times have you been skeptical or felt doubt so far? How many times have you thought the results we've shown you are awesome, but you doubt you can actually do it yourself? That's why it's so hard to stay focused and committed if you don't believe in yourself. Honestly, if you can't focus for a few hours and you don't believe in yourself, then it's going to be extremely difficult for you to get any results, even with all the best strategies and tactics. So we're giving you these free bonuses to solve these problems, because you know we're going to give you the best strategies and tactics from our real online businesses with templates you can copy and paste to get results right away, as well as a free invite to our private mastermind with successful drop services to learn from. So with these bonuses in mind, you'll be able to focus, and by the end, you'll have complete confidence in yourself that you can do this too, because we're here to get you results. And look, we get it. Building an online business is a bit challenging. Do you think it's a challenge to build an online business, right? Yes, in the chat box if you agree that's a bit of a challenge. Okay, cool. I mean, look, it's true that it's a challenge, but can it be done? Has anyone done it before? Give me a yes if you think it can be done. Okay, cool. Well, you saw all of the examples of success from people young, old, with full-time jobs, family, studies, from rich and poor countries, achieving success even from much worse situations, and they did it, right? And we'll show you a lot more examples of success throughout, because the truth is, it's not as hard as people say it is, and it can be easy if you have the right business and information. Really, I've seen every single type of person start a business, just as in the examples I have for you in this training. So based on what you've seen, do you think other people in your situation or worse have overcome this challenge? Give me a yes if you think that's true. Okay, great. So we can agree that building an online business is challenging, but it's a challenge that can be overcome. I told you earlier that in this training, you'll get the raw, unfiltered truth from me. So I need to tell you one now, but just remember, this is not your fault. It's society and the system, because we are all products of the system, blindly going about life until something wakes us up. And look, by you being on this training today, you're already in the top 1%, because 99% of people won't even try change their lives, because they become victims of circumstance, stuck in the routine of society's narrative. Go to school, get a job, get a promotion, buy a bunch of stuff and die. There's nothing wrong with that if it makes you happy, but if you're doing it blindly and you're not happy with it, then you're just wasting years of your life. But because you're actually trying to solve your problems, you're on the right path. So well done to you. And if you stay until the end of this training, you'll be in the top 0.1%, the rare, really committed people determined to solve your problems, and you will be rewarded with everything you need to build your own online business. Now, at any point during this training so far, have you been distracted? Have you thought, this is cool, but I can't do this? Well, let's think about this. Now, think back upon your life. Have you ever accomplished anything that you didn't completely focus on with utter belief in the idea, trusting that you could do it without investing your time and money into betting on yourself? Have you ever accomplished anything truly great under these circumstances? Probably not, huh? That's just not how it works. You can't achieve anything great if you don't commit, focus, invest your time and money in it, right? Also, have you ever focused on a single business model, building one business without getting pulled in, a million different directions and trying new things all the time, fully believing your business model would work, completely trusting you can can do it? Well, my guess is probably not, because 99% of the population won't. And that's not your fault. Maybe you've never done this because you haven't found the right business model yet. You can't be motivated to do the work every day if you don't believe in what you're doing, don't believe in yourself that you can do it, and don't focus your effort on it. Without these three things, you won't have the fuel to overcome the challenges. Lacking these is the #1 cause of failure. How can you build a business you don't believe in, don't believe you can do it, and don't put in any effort into it? You see, most people think there are magic buttons they can click and suddenly become successful, and that's why they fail. Sorry to break the news, but these buttons don't exist. Success isn't magic. It's just a few keys and the right strategies and tactics I'm giving you on this call. This applies to business and life in general. It's impossible to achieve the success you dream of if you don't believe in what you're doing, don't believe in yourself, and don't focus on achieving your goals. Without these three things, it's like you're trying to drive a car with your foot on the gas and brake pedals at the same time, creating a ton of resistance. So no matter how hard you put your foot on the gas, you just won't move forward. To make progress, you must remove your foot from the brakes. That's why I'm showing you proof over and over again that our strategies and tactics do work, with hundreds of people getting results and changing their lives. You'll believe you can do it and remove your foot from the brakes so you can achieve success with what I'm about to give to you. So to succeed, you need to have these three things right first. You believe in what you're doing, you believe in yourself that you can do it, and you focus all of your effort on it. Now, have you ever had these three things with you? My guess is probably not, but we will work on that right now to get you on the straight path to success. Getting these three things right is like removing your foot from the brakes and having your other foot on the gas. You'll go full speed towards the achievement of your goals, and so the first key is to discover your personal power. You must become the person capable of reaching your goals right now. The problem is, most people think you gradually become successful over the years, but that's wrong. In reality, the only person capable of getting you success is who you are today. Let me explain. Before we get into it, who am I? Well, if you haven't heard of me, I'm not a super big deal, but I have been successful building drop servicing businesses since 2015, making over $1 million online, traveling the world, living a life of freedom, only working a few hours per week on these businesses. But more importantly, I teach hundreds of students around the world how to do the same, with hundreds of thousands of followers across my platforms like social media or email lists. Long story short, people think my information is pretty cool because it works. You've seen screenshots of my results and my students, but let me show you one of my businesses. You can see on LinkedIn, I have a few of my businesses listed here with a bunch of testimonials and reviews from clients. And in my team management dashboard, you can see that I have 10 people working just in administration across my businesses. So yeah, it's verifiable if you do some digging, but long story short, I know what's working because I do what works. And people listen to what I have to say because of that. So I feel I'm a pretty good source of information when it comes to building an online business. I've been traveling the world, living a life of freedom with businesses that run themselves since I was 24. So that being said, I've achieved my initial dream, okay? And look, I'm not showing you these pictures because I'm so awesome. To be frank, this isn't what I care about. The point is that you can achieve your dream lifestyle by getting freedom, and my businesses have given me the ability to do what I want, when I want, where I want. So I've achieved my wildest dreams and reached the level of authority and recognition in my industry. I've gotten things financially, socially, experientially that society deems as success. And I have to tell you, this stuff is so irrelevant. The amount of money and lifestyle I've been able to achieve isn't important to me right now. Frankly, what's more important is just hanging out with my girlfriend and doing fun things with my friends and family, because what I've realized by getting it all is, frankly, these things are a pain in the butt. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful for them. It's just that they aren't really important, and some are actually a pain. What makes me happy is to give awesome experiences to loved ones. I took my mum to Japan, for example. It was her first time traveling overseas, and it was a really nice trip. She gave me so much, so it felt really good to give back, and it was awesome. And I took my girlfriend from Poland to New Zealand. It was really nice because she got to visit my home country and meet my family. And what is relevant to you, though, is my journey from broke student working a part-time job to making my first $10,000 a month. And by broke, I mean my bank account was negative, because after finishing university, I had $62,000 of crippling college loan debt that helped me get a useless degree, which helped me make $0. I couldn't find a job like they promised after graduation, and it really broke my reality when I realized colleges are all about making money for themselves, not teaching you how to make money. That turned my fear into anger at the education system, because I felt tricked into $62,000 of debt for nothing. Society was wrong about getting a degree, which launched me down the journey of finding out what the right path was, because clearly traditional education wasn't it. So what did I do to get the income to attain freedom to live my dream life, which is relevant to you because that's what you're trying to get to? Well, I'll tell you exactly what I did. You can see me here in 2015. I was in university working in a call center, pissed and broke, and here's me in 2016 making over $10,000 per month, traveling the world with a completely automated business, funding my freedom. What happened between here and there? Which brings up another big question. Why did I fail for so long? It took me from from 2013 when I found out about online business to 2016 to have success? Well, it's because something special happened in 2015, but you've got to understand, this is who I was in 2013, 2014, 2015, okay? I was not a person capable of success. Then this is who I became in 2016. As soon as I became this person, boom, it happened. Now, don't confuse this. I didn't become better at taking photos. These two images reflect the transformation of self that was required and must happen today for you to get the same results. The crazy thing is, our students succeed 10 times faster than I did. Like I've shown you, people getting their first sales in 6 days, 14 days, 30 days, and so on. It's because we've found the success point right here from 2015 to 2016. I wasn't having success, then boom, it exploded. So I figured out what the success point was and how to hit it. Once I figured it out, our students started getting results way faster than me over and over and over. The biggest breakthrough is why people get results so fast in our communities is something that's hiding in plain sight. Who you are controls your beliefs, decisions, actions, and success. Really think about this. Who you are right now controls your beliefs, decisions, actions, and success. This is who I was, working in the call center, making like $22,000 a year or something below minimum wage. And my beliefs were I had no discipline, willpower, motivation, no faith in myself, no belief that I could build a business. I thought building a business was gambling. I thought you had to be special to be successful. I thought success is most likely not for me. And I hung out mostly with losers and drunks, and I had no confidence in my model. I saw a few people out there building a business, but I didn't think I'd be able to achieve that. How many of you can relate to this? How many of you feel this way right now? Give me a yes in the chat if you can relate to that. Those of you that is your situation. You have very little discipline, no self-management, no faith in yourself. No matter how many results I show you on this call, you still don't believe you can be successful, right? So what happens when that is you? Well, here's the actions and decisions that I made. I was easily distracted, poor work habits. I never bet on myself. I was extremely skeptical and halfway out of my business at all times. I didn't invest in my business or myself. I didn't go all in. I looked at bad sources and how the world worked, like those drunks that I was hanging out with, and I simply would not invest in myself, even though I knew it could work. What happened as a result? Zero change. The person I was kept me where I was because that was the person making the decisions. This guy right here who I was, who you are today, is the person making the decisions. And what happens as a result? Decisions. The real result of decisions that this guy was making meant zero change from age 20 to 23. No real results. And this is what changed for me. The whole point of this is so you don't have to hit this point, but I had an extreme emotional breaking point. There was a point where I was working in the call center, going about my job. Then some guy yelled at me for taking too many bathroom breaks, and I can't tell you how weird it was to be a 22-year-old being chastised by a 50-year-old guy working as a supervisor in the call center. It had nothing to do with how good at my job I was. I was productive, but I just thought I cannot do this for the next 30, 40 years of my life. Something has to change. I thought about these blocks, and right here, I hit my breaking point. I thought, yes, I am. I'm not spending the next 30 to 40 years of my life living like this. I was in massive pain and sadness, but it wasn't so much the call center. It's a good job to develop your communication skills, but it was the people I worked with, a very toxic, throw people under the bus work environment. Some were nice, but most of them were really nasty people, and I had to get out of there. I was in extreme fear and pain. Then suddenly overnight, I'd had enough. This was the breaking point that instantly changed me because that person could no longer survive. They had to die, and I had to turn into a completely different person at all costs. I became Dylan 2.0, the person with the precision of a surgeon and the focus of a monk, achieving my goals and tasks with the speed of an F1 racer. I had extreme discipline and focus to win at all costs and fully count on myself. I now believe success is going to happen for me, just like millions of people before me. Enough wasting time. I'm just going to focus on working on my business, and if I do that, I'll get results. Success will happen if I just educate myself and do the work, and if I listen to successful people, then the business I'm working on that has worked for so many others will work for me too. Those became my new beliefs. You see the night and day belief change? The success point switch happened before making money or achieving results. Give me a yes if you see that in the chat box. My mind and the person making decisions changed instantly, and as a result of these new beliefs, my actions changed, and guess what? So did my results. Nothing distracted me from focusing on my business. I would always bet on myself. It's the best bet in the world, right? So I just went all in on my business with whatever extra time and money I had extra, basically nothing, and I only listened to successful people, and I just focused on my model, and that's it. I knew it would work, period. What was the result? I achieved my first $10,000 a month, a few months in, and from there, my business went from 5 figures to 6 figures. How? Because the number one reason I failed before was who I was. I was stuck and only capable of where I was, which is why most people fail and why the person you are is stuck right now. If you remain that person with those same beliefs and values, guess what? You're going to stay stuck because you've got what you're capable of getting. But who I became and who you must become is the only person capable of getting you to the destination of success. The successful person who naturally has the beliefs and actions to get success. It has nothing to do with how much money you're making right now and everything to do with who you are. In the beginning, I was in $62,000 of debt making minimum wage. If the person you are right now doesn't want to be in the game, doesn't believe you can win the game, then this is a person who will never win any game, period. That's the number one reason people fail in building a business, because think about it. Have you ever seen a person like that? that achieve success. Approaching your business and life without belief, you will never be successful. That's a cold, hard fact. And so right now, you really need to think about who you want to be in 2 years from now. Picture the person who's achieved all the financial and material success you want. What type of house do you live in? What type of car do you drive? How much free time do you have in life? How much time do you spend playing? What do you do for fun with your extra free time? Maybe some people just work for fun. That's what I do. How much money do you make? What does your business look like? How do you dress? How do people view you? Think about that really hard and have a vision in your head. It doesn't need to be super exact, but once you've done this exercise a lot, you can get super exact, and that's how you get closer and closer to it. But think about your vision overall right now. Give me a 2 in the chat if you've already thought a lot about this. Now, you need to realize one thing about everything I just talked about. Who you are is defined by your beliefs. What you have is the results. What you have doesn't define who you are. Who you are is getting the results. It means that who you are defines what you have. Elon Musk isn't Elon Musk because he has a rocket ship. Elon Musk is Elon Musk because of his attitude and who he is, his action-taking mentality, because he believes in himself so much that he's willing to risk it all. He knows that he will succeed. He bets on himself and never gives up. As a result, he is changing the world and sending rocket ships into space. Beyonce isn't Beyonce because she has a lot of cool houses in a private jet. It's because she has the mindset of a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. It's because of who the person is. As a result of her beliefs, decisions, and actions, she has cool stuff like a private jet. All these things that you envision for yourself is an outcome of who the person is. You have to become that person today. And now, knowing that, I want you to think about that person you just viewed yourself as becoming. That person has everything you want, is viewed how you want to be viewed, behaves how you want to behave. Does this person believe in themselves? Do they bet on themselves? Do they have the discipline to focus? Are they confident in their business model? Does this person think positively about the future? Do they avoid challenges or tackle them head on? Do they value their time? Does this person aggressively educate themselves with the best education to get results? Do they surround themselves with successful people? What were your answers? I think you already know what they are. The problem is you need to be this person right now to be successful. It has nothing to do with your current financial or personal situation or anything tangible. You simply must decide to be that person today if you want to get any success. Let's put this into perspective. This is the success point that you get to by making a series of right decisions while avoiding bad decisions. If you invest time, energy, and focus in the right places with good decisions, you will reach the success point. This red circle is current you with the same beliefs, values, and principles you've got now when reaching the first choice, and you make that choice, okay? You choose to attend the webinar, but you get distracted by your phone and social media, so you go way back down here to the initial situation because there's no success without focus. You might even stay till the end, but decide you have no confidence in the business, so when you get to the decision of starting a business, you're going back down to your starting situation. Every decision point you see here leads you toward or away from success. Or maybe you make a common beginner mistake when starting a business of getting in very wishy-washy. So here's the first destination of just setting up a website and getting successful, but they don't complete it, or if they hit any challenges or hardship, then boom, they just go off in a different direction, give up, move on to new things, procrastinate, or get distracted in general, ending up back in their initial situation. To get success, you must be the person who makes these right decisions right now. So your future self, the person you envision yourself being, makes the right decisions, attending the training, watching the whole thing, and says, okay, I know this business, I'll go all in and put in the work being a better self, so I make another decision and things don't go as planned. When things get hard and you have your first challenge, you stick with it because you're positive and already have everything you need to make these successful decisions naturally. So the natural sequence of decisions takes you down the path of right action to success. This current person can't achieve success because every time you need to make a decision outside of your comfort zone, you're not going to push through with the actions you know you need to. Think about this person. They're the only type of person capable of getting you success. Remember when we answer these questions here, think about it. I mean, really think about it. Here's the person you might be right now that will never get results. Does this person believe in themselves? No. Does this person bet on themselves? No. Does this person have enough discipline to focus? No. Is this person confident in their business model? No. Does this person think positively about what's to come? No, they don't. Does this person avoid challenges? Yeah. Does this person value their time? No, not really. Does this person aggressively educate themselves and get the very best education out there? No. Does this person surround themselves with successful people? No, they don't. This person will never get results. And if this is you right now, I could come over to your house and build your business personally and you would still fail. And you would still fail because this person right here is incompatible with success, fulfillment, choice, and freedom in their lives because they have the mindset of a person who will never be free. This person will never be free. Whereas this person here, success comes pretty naturally and easy to them. Does this person believe in themselves? Almost too much. Does this person bet on themselves? Yes, aggressively. Does this person have enough discipline to focus? Laser focused like a monk. Is this person confident in their business model? Yes, because it's proven. Does this person think positively about what's to come? Their future is as bright as the sun. Does this person avoid challenges? No, they're born for challenges. Does this person value their time? They value it more than gold. Does this person aggressively educate themselves and get the best education? That's their main investment. Does this person surround surround themselves with high quality successful people. Yes, now remember this stuff I listed here doesn't mean this person has money or results, but it does mean they can easily and quickly get money and results with the right system. To get success, you need to be the second person, right? You don't slowly transform. I didn't. It was an overnight switch after a breaking point culminating in a decision. The money and results don't happen overnight. They didn't for me. You simply make the decisions your ideal self would make, which leads to the money and results, because you refuse any decisions misaligned with your ideal self, following the narrow path of successful decisions that do, because you already know the correct successful decisions, and it isn't always comfortable. You aren't always sure of the decisions, but that's the old you trying to stay in its comfort zone. The uncomfortable feeling is the current you trying to keep control, prevent change, prevent success, because the old you doesn't want success. It just wants to survive. You don't have the evolutionary pressure to be the person that gets success because you're comfortable with your food and shelter and your current situation. But if you want to be thrilled with your current situation, living your best life, as they say, you need to be this person that pushes past their comfort zone for something greater. Think about your major day-to-day concerns. Most aren't based on any rational logic or anything. It's just current you trying to hold back future you. Why? Because old you is comfortable and willing to tell you anything to keep you where you are. To become the future successful you, ask what would future me tell me to do? And just do that. Focus on making future you decisions, and congratulations, because you're already that person that can easily get results. The first key is you'll never get success remaining like you are now, because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you'll keep getting what you've been getting. I remained the old unsuccessful me, procrastinating for 2 years, because finally making the decision to become the person capable of making the successful me decisions that allow me to build my dream business and achieve freedom. 2 years of pain could have been avoided by making the decision sooner. You must always keep this key on your mind. Who you are now will get you more of what you have now. Achieving your dream life, relationships, money, fulfillment, whatever, requires envisioning who the person is that has what you want and being them now by making the decisions they would make without wasting any more white blocks, because you're not going to gradually become them. Trust me, I thought that, and it took me years before realizing. You might not have the skills, results, or money coming in now, but you need to become the person capable of that success before it can happen. The key is realizing you're already that person. You just need to start being that person, making the decisions they would make instead of the decisions you've been making. Because let's be honest, you already know what the correct decisions are, right? You know to go to the gym instead of eating pizza. You know to work on the project instead of watching Netflix. The drop servicing blueprint makes this key easy, because after hundreds of students coached, we know exactly how to transform people into their future winning self. For example, here's Aviel. After becoming the person capable of success, he instantly started eating healthy again, sleeping better, working out, and meditating. He always knew he should be doing these things, but it wasn't until he became a successful person where it became easy to do the right things and get results. It was easy to go from this person not taking action to taking the right actions, because he already was this person. He just needed to make the right decisions, and immediately upon becoming this person, he easily got results, because this is what happened. He was going about normal life until he found the key to unlock his future self through our personal transformation coaching, where he came in and we unlocked his future successful self. The transformation was so deep and intense for Manu here that he nearly cried when going through the coaching and felt 100% certainty and ease and readiness to achieve his goals afterwards. The decisions this person here was making wouldn't get results because he kept making bad decisions, falling back into the initial situation, but the future self was there when it got to the first decision. He made the right decision. When it got to the next decision, he made the right decision, and then the third, fourth, fifth, probably thousands of decisions. That's why it's so important. There's going to be thousands of decisions, like a constant test. And if you're the person not capable of making the right decisions, eventually you're going to end up off track and go back to your initial situation. That's why we focus on changing the mind first of all. Decisions are the breaking point, and that's why the drop servicing blueprint is so effective in transforming you into that successful person. I give you all of the steps and details I've used to create multiple six-figure businesses for myself and clients. Then I show you exactly step by step how to become your successful self who makes successful decisions now. We remove old you, bad beliefs, and step by step rebuild your mind to succeed. It's a scientific process implemented systematically in a psychologically proven way. By following the step-by-step blueprint based on research and experienced professionals, you'll change your habits, beliefs, and discipline. So the biggest key I can give you, and this is why our students get massive results, more results than any other business program out there ever, is we change the person, making it easy for them to get results by becoming the person who can easily get results. So it's the biggest key I can give you, and the first one that you need to unlock. Become the person that gets success today by rejecting any decisions that don't bring success. Focus on making decisions the successful you makes, and then you've instantly unlocked the first key to success of 4. become successful you by envisioning what values they have, decisions they make, and principles they follow, then anything that violates that is completely rejected, because that's the old you, the current you, trying to keep you where you already are. To get to the future you, you must become the future you by making the decisions that lead to success, even when you feel like old you. Because if you do that, you'll get the results you're after, I promise you that. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you know that feeling where you think something is true, then you find out it's not? We all do, right? Or that moment, your mind is blown after discovering something you had no idea existed a second ago, of course. Or are you ever confused about how completely wrong some people can be about something so basic like believing the earth is flat? Yeah, all the time. Well, business is the same. Almost everything you know about business is fake, it's lies, and has no basis in reality. People say things they just hear in passing without deeply understanding the topic, then everyone else blindly copies them to get attention. It's all theory and gossip, not based in reality. It's something I learned the hard way getting into business, and has everything to do with control over your life. Let me explain. If you don't know what's true, you won't pursue it. Simple, right? I was stopped from going after what I truly wanted throughout most of my life because I thought there were only two paths. The safe path society tells you is the right path that guarantees success. Go to school, get a job, it's super stable and easy. So that's what I did until finishing my master's degree. I believe the safe path must be right because society, my friends, my family, university, they all told me entrepreneurship is high risk, hard work for geniuses who in spite of this still fail because it's not realistic. So yeah, if that's true, better follow the safe path, right? So that's what I did. This drawing explains why people do this. Here's me at the start, wanting to get to freedom and entrepreneurship. Seemed the fast way, but my beliefs told me that it would require money, time, experience, and luck, which blocked the path. So I decided, well, let's just live a safe life like most people. It made sense back then, but now it confuses me why people do this because it still involves losing 4 years of your life, going to college, getting $40,000 to $80,000 of student debt. And what does it solve really? Get a boring job doing something for 40 years you hate, putting off your dreams till you're 60 plus years old, retire, and then finally you can be free. Doesn't seem like the best path. So it confused me why people do this. Those of you listening who are maybe a little bit older have been through life along the safe path and know the truth, right? People reach out to me almost every day about how the harsh reality of the safe life can become really ugly because giving up 73% of your life to something you don't like wastes a lot of white blocks, breeding resentment and regret. Your time in this world is limited. Your life expectancy is 72 years. With the safe path, you can take how many white blocks you have left and get rid of 70% of them. You're left with only 30% of your white blocks if you choose the safe life because you have no direct control over your income, time, and have no freedom most of the time. So you end up only really living about 30% of the time. Living the safe life, decisions are made for you. Everyone tells you what to do, taking your freedom of choice. So you're left scraping by, selling your time for small money. But remember at the beginning of this call, we define the good life as choice, freedom, and fulfillment. The safe life has none of these things. It's just a trick by society to keep you in your place as a good little cog in the wheel. Once I finally realized this, I was like, no, this is not a good life. This is not what a good life is about. What do you get in return? The way jobs work these days is far less stable with innovation and change. Old jobs are replaced by new technology, which means workers are getting laid off a lot more, making everyone overqualified and underpaid. Look at what happened with the pandemic and ensuing recession. Millions of people around the world lost their so-called safe jobs, and it's sad because most people are in so much debt they can't live a normal life while working, let alone retire. They'd be living the golden years frugally with nothing, and who wants that? For example, most Americans have negative net worth even close to retirement, with only 15% having over $10,000 in their bank account. You're likely going to work till you die, and even if you do make it, you're going to be too old to enjoy your money once you retire. To even compete in the safe life, you need to pay 3 to 5 years of your life at university and massive student loan debt. Living the safe life is like gambling because it's seen as the only option. If you refuse to play, you lose. But if you do play, you still lose because even though they say it's the only game, it's still a bad game. I hated it, but it seemed like the only option at the time. Between 2013 and 2015, I procrastinated on starting my business because my dreams were blocked by what society and everyone in its narratives told me: money, time, experience. But here's the thing. Give me a 2 in the chat if this is true. This is why you haven't really gone all in with entrepreneurship yet, right? How are you supposed to take the plunge towards your dreams of freedom and control when you think this is where you're running into? How can you become a good entrepreneur when you think you're running into hell? No one walks into the fire thinking, yep, this is where I want to be. Let's do this. No, you can't. You can't do it. But here's the good news. Would you take fitness advice from an unfit person, bodybuilding advice from a skinny guy, financial advice from a poor person, or health advice from a drug addict? No, of course you wouldn't. So why are you taking advice on entrepreneurship from everybody that's in the safe life purgatory? This is crazy. Listening to your friends or family that are stuck in this area here telling you, hey, go to college and get a job, starting a business. No, that's insane. Get a job like me. I hate it and I'm miserable sitting at a desk 60 hours per week. I hate my life, but you should do this because everyone else does this. Be like me. It's so stupid. Everyone's in debt, can't retire, hates their lives, yet they're going to tell you that you should do this. Why are you getting information from these people? In reality, you should only get advice from people that have the life you want, who've earned freedom and control in their lives. That's what I did. I literally just went online looking for mentors who had what I wanted and took their advice, got the map, followed it, then everything changed. If you haven't seen the movie called The Matrix, definitely do. There's the scene with a character called Morpheus who is like, you take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in bed and believe what you want to believe. You take the red pill, you're going to know the truth of the world. I took that red pill and it wasn't a nasty truth at all. Quite the opposite. I learned that with entrepreneurship, you can have the money and freedom while you're young. If you stop listening to people who haven't actually achieved what you want to achieve. And some people say business holds such high risk. You have to live frugally and get millions of dollars of investment, but that's only true if you want to start the next Apple. Some businesses require cash flow, investment, and experience, but that's not every business model. The business you need to get freedom, where you make $100, $1,000, $5,000 per day, is much easier than that. You don't need money, experience, luck, or to be a genius. My first business was super simple with no upfront investment. I just invested some spare time to learn the skills to get sales quickly, which was easy once I became the successful me. And when I tried without the right mindset, it just didn't work. But with the right mindset and business model, with very little time and money required, I got success very quickly. Once I removed the blocks, it happened almost like magic. With the path laid out in front of me, I always felt like entrepreneurship was the best way to achieve my goals, but it was blocked by this money, time, experience, and luck. So once you become the person that makes the decisions that get you success and you remove the blocks that society places in front of the entrepreneurship path, you need to find the business that doesn't take money, time, experience, and luck. You can't build the next Microsoft or McDonald's yet because these businesses require those things. But if you build a drop servicing business that makes $1,000, $3,000, $6,000 per day, like we're going to show you how to do, it doesn't take much or any of those things. And we have pages and pages of results to prove it. You're going to see it done live in front of you. Once I built my first simple little online business that could tap into the $4.8 trillion of money flows going on all around us right now on the internet, it was pretty easy and fast to get going because this internet business is still so new. It brings great returns because nobody else is doing it, especially with drop servicing because even less people do that. This was my first online business, simple, ugly, not amazing, but once I became the person that gets success, I was able to get really great results with this very quickly. I built it in 1 month, then launched it after trying everything and honestly making every mistake in the book. But with this super simple business, I landed my first sales 2 months after launching this ugly little website, which was very easy to do because I had become the person that gets success and made the right decisions. I didn't listen to society's lies and I had the right business model. But what's crazy is today it's easier and faster than back then. It was such a nice little business to build with little to no money and time, just working on it after coming home from my part-time job in the call center, maybe a couple of hours a day or something like that. And then pretty quickly, I was making money on the internet without actually doing any of the work myself. Even without the information and opportunities that you have today, I was able to get potential clients lined up fast. And back then I didn't even know I could automate the sales calls. These days we automate everything from scratch. So even with worse information and less opportunity, I got success because I was the person that gets success, and bam, I got my first client to agree to the terms. Then we moved forward, which was a huge milestone because it showed me this is real. You can make money online with a real business. I can vividly recall the moment of utter excitement, walking home from work in the rain, then glancing at my phone to see a little notification that would change my life forever. You know, it had begun shortly after sales piled up because I was the person that gets success. I quickly reached my first $10,000 month in mid-2016, then fully automated everything for total freedom, working like a mad scientist to systematically get sales without working myself, so I could party it up, traveling with a life adventure and fun with my newfound freedom. I quickly had a fully automated business, generating 6 figures while only working a few hours a day because I didn't need to check emails, reply to leads, or any of that stuff. I was completely removed from the business, other than the sales calls at that point, but it was really the end game in my eyes. I could make money online without doing the work myself and travel the world. So I did it. I left the country, embarking on the freedom lifestyle, which felt crazy to achieve my dreams, all coming from that point where I decided to be the person that gets success. It was smooth sailing from there. This ugly photo was the pinnacle of my dreams, working 2 hours a day, making $10,000 a month, traveling the world on adventures, all stemming from that moment where I stopped listening to others and started my business. You need to understand, the main reason people fail is they don't remove the blocks. They buy into the lies about the business and entrepreneurship path. Stop buying into the lies people that don't have the life that you want tell you. Remove the blocks and find the business that drives easy cash flow on autopilot so you get freedom. Without bragging too much, the drop servicing blueprint community is the block removed with the atomic bomb. It's blown away because we make it super easy. I'm not going to annoy you and waste time with too many more results because you get it, it works, right? But here's some sales from students and results they're getting from the real drop servicing businesses because they come in and see the truth that it doesn't take much time, money, energy, and luck isn't much of a factor if you have the right model that gets you success super quickly, which is something thing that we're super proud of in our community. You know, you can't avoid success when you're surrounded by it, right? So far, you've got the first 3 keys, right? You know you must make a change, remove the blocks, and get the easy cash flow business model. And this is the easy part. We'll just tell you what it is. Starting a business is usually horrible on average. Let's say you wanted to start a Silicon Valley tech company. You'll need to get millions of dollars in funding, so maybe something cheaper like a franchise. Well, if you want to start a successful franchise like Burger King, it's going to cost you between $316,000 and $2,600,000. That's insane, right? But it gets worse. You have to pay rent, levies, and fees on all your brick and mortar business overheads. Then you need to manage and pay all of these employees, creating a big mess where you must work 24/7, 365 days a year, right? Not the type of business that you want. That's why an online drop servicing business is so awesome. I just wake up, open my laptop, check in on the sales that came in, and make sure the team is all good, then go off on whatever adventure I'm off to next. I work when I want to and don't when I don't want to. Give me a 2 if that business model sounds like what you want. Okay. Awesome. So you understand the type of business model we're showing you is rare and new and just getting started, but it's already a huge industry, which is why it's so exciting. You must find a business without these 3 things, but it's rare. So luckily I'm going to give you the best one right now, but for it to be a true freedom business, it can't require any large upfront investment. It can't require more than just you to run the business, and it can't require many years of experience, and it can't require luck or creativity. It must be a repeatable step-by-step process. So drop servicing businesses fit this perfectly because the space is growing exponentially. There's always more land to be conquered. You just need to enter the land and it's yours, basically. So open up a business and hook into the massive invisible money flows going around us right now. So your business must not have those 3 things, but it must have these 3 things: a viable service to sell, a place to sell that service and collect payments, and a consistent way to get people to this place. You will have all 3 of these things by the end of this call. By the end of this call, you'll have the 3 things you want without the 3 things you don't. Better than any other business model out there, okay? So you won't need any upfront investment, inventory, you won't need a physical location, you won't need employees, you won't need special skills or experience, all with drop servicing. You've seen all of the significant results our students get with drop servicing, and today you're getting that exact same business model. But don't let the term drop servicing scare you. It doesn't require any prior skills, experience, or knowledge to do this. You don't provide the service yourself, and it can be done from anywhere as long as you have a laptop. It works by creating a simple website where you list your service, which you choose from hundreds of options like graphic design, copywriting, Facebook advertising, social media marketing, animated video production, any service sold online. For example, you could sell logo design, let's say, for $1,000 on your website. Then companies that are interested will go on our website and pay. So PayPal manages the payment processing, so you withdraw to your bank account. Then you reach out to companies that need logo design, which is every company from restaurants to doctors, shampoo, fast food chains, perfume, luxury, fashion, consultants, lawyers, e-commerce, whatever. You just need to make your offer to companies with simple methods I'll show you in a second, like cold email or LinkedIn. The clients buy one logo design for $1,000. Then after we receive payment, we hire our pre-selected freelancers to deliver the service from huge networks with thousands of quality freelancers available. You can hire top talent from cheap countries, giving you low cost, but the quality will still be top notch. You can find the freelancer to deliver the service for $200 here, for example. You make money by selling services at a high price and hiring a freelancer to deliver them at a cheap price. Here, we sold a website design for $1,000 that cost us $200, so we made $800 in profit. There are many services, clients, and marketing methods we can use to over time build this business into a proper agency with an in-house team at a very low cost if you want. The options are endless. So do you see how this has all the 3 key things? A viable service to sell, a place to sell that service and collect payments, a consistent way to get people to that place. Drop servicing doesn't have any of the things we hate. You don't need any upfront investment. You don't need to be creative or lucky. It doesn't need more than just you to run the business. You basically just need a website. You don't need any skills, knowledge, or experience. It doesn't take years of time. You can set this up literally within a week, and that's it. It's done. In fact, Kevin built a new business from scratch and landed his first $12,000 client in just 6 days, who paid him 2 installments for $6,000 so far for a recurring service, meaning they pay month after month for 6 months at this point so far. And I will show you exactly how we did this in a second. So now all you need is a viable product or service to sell, a place to sell that service and collect payments, and a consistent way to get people to that place. So you've got key number 3, a simple, fast, and free business model. Pretty simple, right? Now at the Drop Servicing Blueprint, we're the best at this. I mean, just check out some of the results: 2,000, 1,000, 6,000, 4,000, 12,000, 4,700. $6,000, and so on, consistently year after year. Now you just need the fourth key, the steps to make this work. But we're not just going to tell you, we're going to show you. I want you to remember one last time. I promised you by the end of this call, you have a repeatable, low investment way to build your online business that generates a full-time income from home that can be done within 30 days. We're going to show you exactly how. So Kevin will be joining us to explain how to find a great service to sell in 4 minutes, how to build a nice place to sell it in 12 minutes, and how to get your first customer in under a week. So he'll also show you how he landed a $12,000 client in 6 days with a new business as a beginner by closing a $6,000 payment for 3 months of service, then another $6,000 payment for another 3 months of service with the same client, getting recurring payments from this client month after month for 6 months so far. Then I'll show you the simple 3-step process to go from your first sale to consistently making over $10,000 per month to live a life of freedom with a simple 3-step system I've used for years, along with my ninja technique $12,000 email template that gets me sales without spending a single dollar. It sounds crazy, but you kind of see it's really actually quite simple. Now, everyone here, give me a 2 if you're enjoying this call so far, you're getting the information you came for, and you're excited to see this. Okay, awesome. So give Kevin some love because I've been talking this entire call so far, and he'll be getting into some exciting stuff for a bit. So give us a 2 for a welcome. Okay, awesome. You guys are warm and engaged people. I like that. All right. So Kevin, over to you. Okay, let's go.
Hey guys, very nice to be here with you today. So you are here today because you want to see us build a new online drop sourcing business and get a $12,000 sale in 6 days right in front of you. And you want to see how you can personally replicate that business model with very low investment and without any experience, skills, or knowledge. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. But before we get started, I'm going to quickly tell you my story for those that don't know me already. So I studied 5 years at university, and at the end of my studies, I got a master's degree and my first job in a company. And that was actually the most disappointing moment in my life because I really hated the corporate life. My job, which was basically creating PowerPoint presentation and cleaning Excel documents. And every day I was going to work and I was wondering, wow, I studied 5 years just to do that. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. Huh? And I really hated it and had to drag myself to work. And I really didn't want to be there. But the problem is that I had to do this 8 hours per day, 5 days per week, and I had no choice. And this is not the life I was dreaming about when I was a student. This is not the reason why I studied for 5 years. And you can actually see here in that picture on my face, you can see that I look very sad, but believe it or not, I'm actually trying my best to smile, but that's the best I could do. And that was my face every single day at work. And since I really didn't want to go to work, one day I just arrived late. And my boss called me in her office and she started shouting at me like she was really angry because I was late and I was not doing what she asked me to do. And at first I was kind of just keeping my head down and apologizing, trying to hide in a hole or something. But she just kept on shouting and shouting. And at some point, I just had enough. I just hit my breaking point and something shifted in me. I realized that I had to change and I would do anything I can to never be in this situation. I didn't want to live another day like this. And I wasn't going to dream about my life anymore. So from that day on, I started to take massive action and I did anything I could to make it happen no matter what. And shortly after that, I just quit my job and started my journey as an entrepreneur. So the first thing I did was consulting. So I was basically creating and designing PowerPoint presentation for companies. And to be honest, it was a small improvement from my previous job, but the salary was very low and it was still not very interesting. Here you can see actually that's my office. And I was working in my mom's kitchen, just trying to save money here. And the mistake I made was that I tried to do consulting, but I didn't have any valuable skills. So of course the salary was very low and I was trying to provide the service all by myself. So I was basically exchanging my time for money. So in fact, I wasn't really an entrepreneur at this point. I was just more of a broke freelancer working for others. After this, I decided to try to sell things instead of selling my time. So I did some e-commerce. Basically, I was selling physical products online and I did start to make money with it. It was working, but it was really tough. It was a lot of work. The profit were very small. And it was just not worth the time I was investing in it. Actually, the problem with e-commerce is that you are selling cheap products and the margin is so low. So basically, I was making $5 profit per product that I sell. So I had to sell thousands and thousands of products to make it work, just to get by. And unfortunately, e-commerce became too competitive in the past years and it became really hard to make a profit with it. So I was looking for a better business model, and I knew that Dylan was making 6 figures with drop servicing. And apparently he was not working much, only a few hours per week. So I was quite interested by this. And what he was doing made a lot more sense because he was basically making more money than me while working less. So I decided to reach out to him and ask him to teach me how he was doing that, which he kindly agreed to. And he told me everything he knew. So I started a brand new job selling business with his strategies and tactics from Dylan. And I quickly got sales. And it was really incredible because I would make more selling one service than what I was making selling thousands of products. And after my first sale, I just never looked back and went all in drop servicing. So after I started this first drop servicing business, Dylan told me that he developed a 3-step process to get sales very quickly, and he wanted to test it with me. So we decided to get together in Bucharest in Romania and start together a brand new drop servicing business from scratch and see how fast we can get a sale. And what happened was actually pretty crazy. Like, we went there, we started to build a business, and after 6 days only, we made $6,000. And this client is staying with us month after month. So far, this one client that we got after 6 days paid us $12,000. So we made $12,000 in 6 days, really. And we didn't even have to provide this service ourselves. That's the best thing. And guys, it's really simple. Don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly how we did it right now on my screen. So the first thing we need to do is find a service to sell, and we can use one of these websites, for example, Fiverr.com, but there are a lot more. And here you can see all the categories of service that we can offer, and any of these services are in a high demand right now, and company needs to buy these services. For example, here, every company needs to have a Facebook page with a lot of content, with image, posts, or they need to do social media marketing, so marketing on Facebook or on Instagram, or they all need to do email marketing. Or they also need to design their brochures, their corporate brochures, their internal brochure, promotional brochures, or also design flyers or logo too. Like, every company have a logo nowadays. And if you go inside the logo example, here you can see that this is a service that is in high demand right now. Here you can see that they have more than 1,000 reviews, so they have a lot of sales. They have thousands and thousands and thousands of sales of this product right now. So this is a service that is in high demand by companies. And here you can see there are 10 pages of these. So this is definitely something that a company is looking for, and it could be interesting for you to sell this kind of service because you know that this is something that is in high demand, so a company will be interested to buy this service. And if you go into these other websites, and this is another freelance website like the other one with all the different niche, all the different service, and here service providers are proposing their services. And here, if you look at Facebook advertising, you can see that it's a service in really, really high demand too. Like this is how much this person has made selling Facebook advertising, so $400,000 US, and she's very expensive too. She's charging $200 per hour. So you see that companies are ready to spend a lot of money on Facebook advertising. And the interesting thing here is that you can see that all these people are earning like 40,000, 1 million, 50,000, 20,000, 300,000. So you really see that companies are spending millions of dollars in Facebook advertising, and you can see there are a lot of pages. And another thing that is interesting is that you see, for example, here these people that charge $25 per hour, and this person charges $200 per hour. And here there's a big potential because you see that you can charge a very high price to companies that are ready to pay a lot, and also you have the capacity to hire someone at a cheaper price. So you can charge this kind of pricing to companies and then hire someone at that price. So you can make the difference between the two because you are kind of the middleman, right? So that's the profit that you will make. And if you're wondering what Facebook advertising is, it's very simple. You know, when you go to Facebook, you scroll through your feed, sometimes you see ads like sponsor post with an image or a video and some text. And basically doing Facebook advertising is just creating this image or this video and writing some text and then putting it on the platform. So you can see that this is a service in high demand, and that's something that would be interesting to sell. So once you have found a service that is in high demand right now, what you need to do is to have a place to sell it. So now we are going to use WordPress, which is a free platform that you can use, and it's very simple to set it up. It only takes 5 minutes, and this is the dashboard of this WordPress platform, and you don't need any coding skills. I'm going to show you why. Here we can create a new page, and we can use the DB builder here. So we can already create a website using pre-made layouts with this builder. So here you can see we have over 1,000 layouts, and there are layouts for any kind of website that you can imagine. So any of these services that I just show you here, you can create a website for it just by using these templates that are already pre-built for these different services. For example, if you want to create a web design agency, here you have this website that is already created for you. And then I'm going to show you how it works. So if we take this as an example, you can click here, use this layout, and then you will be able to directly modify the website with a drag and drop builder. So what you need to do is basically to click here, and see you can write your service here, and it's very simple because you just need to change the text. Here you can modify, write anything you want. You can also move things around, right? So
So everything is already pre-built for you, right? So you see all the different parts, the images, and the colors, everything is pre-built. So the only thing you need to do is to take the text and modify the text that is inside. And if you want to customize, you can move things around. And even if you want to add some new things to it, you can click here, and here you can add a lot of different elements to your website. For example, here, if you want to add, you can add a counter, call to action, email opt-in, image, a lot of things, anything you want really. And here, for example, we're going to try to add a testimonial. So Kevin. And here you see we have this testimonial part, and we just need to click here, and we can change the image, we can modify the text, change the name. So you don't need any skill or any coding knowledge to do that really. And then you can move this around, you can put it wherever you want really. And you just need to modify the text throughout the website. And one very important part that you need is this one, the pricing table, which you can add in just a few clicks. And here you just write the price of your service, and then you can describe what your service is all about. And to do this is very simple. You go there, you look for the service here on Fiverr, for example, and you can look at the different packages that these people are selling. So you just take these packages, for example, this is a package that is selling, and you can see the price here, $75, $125, $165. And since we are going to offer the exact same services, well, we can just copy and paste what is written, because it's the same service, right? So you just go here, in a few clicks, you write here, and there you go. We have our service, our package. We can change the pricing, of course. And the interesting thing is that the clients can go on your website, have a look at your service, the pricing, and if they like it, they can buy it directly with a credit card or with PayPal on your website. And I'm just going to show you one of the websites that I created using this technique, and it took me under 1 hour to create this website. You can see here, it looks very professional, and all that was done in under 1 hour. And you can see the buttons here, so people can buy this service right away. And about the pricing, we decided to charge $2,000 for this service. You can see that here it costs only $165. So when you set it at $2,000, you can make a nice margin. And the reason why we can charge such a high price is, first of all, when you have a website that looks like this, well, it looks very professional. It looks like you are a big company. So you can really show authority, and people will trust you and will have a high perceived value of your service. For example, this other company, they're selling this exact same Facebook advertising service at $2,500 US, and you see their website is not as good as ours. So we have a better website than them, and we can charge a price that is lower. So it's more interesting for clients to buy from us because it looks like we are a better company than them. And if you want to look at the pricing of this person, for example, you can see that she's charging a lot for her service, like $14,000, $4,000, $3,000, $2,000, $8,000, $2,000, $5,000. So yeah, she's charging a really high price, and she doesn't even have a website. Like she is just a freelancer online. So if you are positioning yourself like a company, you can charge a much higher price. And you will beat both the other businesses because you have a better website than them, and you have a cheaper price than them, and you beat also the freelancer because you have a better website, so the perceived value of your service is higher. And you might wonder why people are not buying this service directly from these different freelancers, and the truth is that they do, but this is only the tip of the iceberg. You see, companies are spending millions of dollars in these services on these platforms, but this is a very small percentage of what companies spend in these services in real life. Because most companies, they don't want to work with random freelancers online. They want to work with businesses like this one. So they want to work with other businesses. And by having this kind of website, you really convey the fact that you are a business. You're not just a freelancer. And this is true because you are hiring freelancers to work for you. So you are really a business. You're not providing this service yourself, but you are hiring a team of freelancers to do it for you. So now that we have our service that we want to sell, and we have a place to sell it, and we also have a service provider to provide the service for us, we just need to find someone that is willing to buy our service, right? So that's very easy because we are offering Facebook advertising. But then we can easily find any company that want to buy it, because every company in the world need to do Facebook advertising. They need to sell more. They need to have a social media presence. So we can simply Google online directory companies here, and we can find an online directory with a lot of different companies. And here, for example, if you want to find a company in the USA, we can type USA here. So this is simply a directory with a lot of companies that are listed there. And it's interesting because you can choose in which country they are and in which industry they are, so you can further target them. And here you can filter by the size of the company. Let's do this. For example, 200 to 500 employees. You can target small or big companies. And here you can see there's a big list of companies. And if we take this one, for example, we have their contact information. We can go on their website. And what we do, once we are on their website, we can find the contact of the people in charge of the company. Here we can use a Chrome extension called Hunter. And you can see here we have access to the email of the founder, communication manager, director of supply chain, and a lot more people in the company. And the interesting thing is that you can directly contact these people. You can send them an email. So just go there, send an email. And we can use the template that we always use, and we just need to change a few things. For example, here, the subject could be this thing, Karat, the company name with the name of the service that we provide. And then we just need to copy paste these templates. And we can customize it with the name of the person that we are sending this email to. So here we are sending it to Adam, which is the founder of this company. And it's really interesting when you send an email to the decision makers in the company, because those are the people that can buy your service right away and make the decision right. So when you are sending emails, it's interesting to send to the decision maker. So here we can write to Adam, and then we can send it. So you see, we can easily send a lot of emails very quickly to a lot of different people in the same company or in different companies. And this is exactly the template that we used to make a $12,000 sales in 6 days, because Dylan has been testing a lot of different templates, and this is one of the best performing ones. And by the way, Dylan is going to give it away to you at the end. And then I just sent the email, and the person was interested, so we just went into a back and forth, and he ended up signing up for a monthly payment of $2,000 actually, which he paid 3 months in advance. So it was a $6,000 sale right away. And after this, we just went here on Upwork, and we hired someone at a low price, and it ended up costing us $500 per month, and he paid $2,000 per month. So on this $6,000 sale, we paid someone $1,500 and we made this $4,500 profits.
And that's not the end of the story, because the client was so happy with the service that he decided to buy it again. So he paid $6,000 one more time. And we just had to ask the freelancer to deliver the exact same service that he did the first time. So the client paid us in total $12,000. It cost us $3,000 to deliver the service, and the profit was $9,000. And guys, that is it. As you can see, anybody can do this. I started from zero with no skill, experience, or knowledge. I tried different business models, freelancing, consulting, e-commerce, and finally, drop servicing. And with drop servicing, I'm now making well over 6 figures. I'm traveling the world and finally living the life of my dreams. So thank you very much, guys, for being with me today. And back to you, Dylan.
All right, so hopefully the microphone's back on me. Okay, cool. So let's move on. Incredible. Thanks for the presentation, Kevin. That was awesome. Everyone, give us a 2 if you thought that was an awesome, great presentation. So, okay, cool. So now you understand how this works and how Kevin turned a $6,000 payment into $12,000. That's more than what a lawyer earns, right? After college and multiple months of hard work. But Kevin did it in 6 days with just one website, one service, and one client. It's so easy. And that's why drop servicing is the best business right now. Tell me any other business where you can make $12,000 in 6 days without any skilled experience or knowledge, and without even having to provide the service yourself. So Kevin gave you a great way to make your first $1,000, but keep in mind, there's a lot of fine details that go into that. There's a lot of processes in the background and a lot of things you need to get right. But being in a community of people that can show you how to do that and help you is the greatest hack to making $100, $500, $1,000 a day. So you just saw how Kevin landed his first $12,000 client in 6 days, but we want to build a long-term sustainable business that will consistently bring us money month after month so we can live the life of freedom that we're after. So right now, I'm going to show you how to consistently make over $10,000 per month. Before we get started though, give me a 2 if you're excited and want to know exactly how to consistently make over $10,000 per month step by step. Okay, so now you have a website and a service that is selling. So you contact potential clients through email, social media, phone, or with ads. So we're going to take you to the next level, get big sales, and make over $10,000 per month. It's really exciting because you can replicate this with any service. And I'm going to show you how to leverage the power of software and outsourcing to consistently make over $10,000 per month. Because once you get your first sale, it's extremely easy to scale that system up to $10,000 per month. And automating it with people and software makes it easy. So how many of you are new to drop servicing? Because I can go into a lot of detail, but I want you to see the big picture first. So before I get started, give me a 1 in the chat box if you're new to drop servicing, because I could talk for hours about scaling, and send me a 2 in the chat box if you're already making money with drop servicing. So I'll wait a couple of seconds to see where the majority of you are at. Okay, cool. So lots of ones, it seems like. Most of you are new to this, so I'll talk about the top level, most important stuff without getting you lost in the details. I'll reveal to you how I consistently get results month after month, year after year, but I can't promise that you're suddenly going to make $1 million tomorrow like I did, but if you follow the steps and strategies, you will have success. It's time to get you to $10,000 a month to break free from the so-called safe life and live the freedom life. Most people think they need to invest a lot of money and be a marketing expert to get sales, but it's not the case with drop servicing, where you can scale to $10,000 a month with completely free methods. We won't focus on paid methods to reach $100,000 per month in this training because you first need to reach $10,000 a month as a beginner, and maybe you don't want to spend capital, so you need free methods to get sales. Then we can reinvest in paid ads to scale later. So if you follow the free marketing method strategies taught today, you can quickly get your first sales and scale, as you've seen a ton of our students have done. So Kevin talked about getting clients with cold email, so I'll take it a notch further. Emails are so powerful because everybody has an email address. They check all day, so you can reach anyone worldwide on their email address for free. Let's say your service was web design. Every company needs a website design, but most lack the capability to do it themselves. That's why most companies you see have ugly websites. So you just find their contact information and offer them your service, plain and simple. And you're also going to get that template at the end of the training for making that offer. So you go to one of the many directories out there to find the company's information, and you look deeper to find their contact information. Then using this info, you send them your offer over email. Many directories have hundreds of thousands of companies, and there are many directories just like this one. So you can even get company employees' contact information, which makes things very easy, right? So you simply take this info and send them an email. And guys, you'll never run out of emails. I've barely cracked the surface in 5 years of doing this. There are millions and millions of companies worldwide with thousands of new companies created every single day. So all of these companies need services they can't do themselves, from graphic design to advertising. And once you find these companies' details, you can directly contact its employees by going on LinkedIn, which is the social media platform for professionals, for those of you who don't know. There you can easily find the decision makers who will buy your service and contact them for free. So if you want to get more sales, you just need to contact more companies by email or LinkedIn, and that's it. Pretty easy, right? These people are very interested in your offer because your prices are ridiculously lower than your competitors. That's your competitive advantage, being able to leverage high quality yet cheap freelancers internationally. So all your competitors offering website design have a local office with employees. For example, this website design company is offering website design for $20,000. They can't do a cheaper price because they need to pay for their office space, bills, and unlike us, they have employees on a fixed income who are paid monthly. But we can offer the same service for $2,000 at the same level of quality because we have no office space, just a laptop, no bills, just an internet connection, no fixed employees. We work with freelancers on a per project basis. So we only hire a freelancer to deliver the service after the clients have already paid us. No expensive labor. You see, the hourly rate for a website designer in New York is pretty high. You would have to pay $114,000 per year for a website designer in New York. So it's $9,500 per month or $55 per hour, as you can see here. But our website designers cost us $10 per hour, and they're very talented. The only difference is that they live in a country where the wage is lower, so they're happy because for them, $10 per hour is already a high rate. You can see the highly skilled and experienced having earned between $50,000 and $60,000 each. At $10 per hour, they've worked between 5,000 and 6,000 hours just on this freelance platform here alone. And with a 100% job success rate, their clients have been completely satisfied with their work, so yours will too. It's an easy sell to companies to choose you over competitors because you're offering the same or better quality work for 5 to 10 times cheaper, making your offer extremely irresistible. You find these companies on directories and LinkedIn, send them your irresistible offer, for which I'll give you the $12,000 template by the end of this training, then reply saying they're interested. You then simply send them to your website to make their purchase directly. Some prospective clients want a sales call, which you can do if you enjoy it, but you can also simply create a sales script and hire someone to take the calls for you. I'll share my script and process that's enabled me to close hundreds of clients. These calls always go the same, so we train the salesperson to be able to answer 99% of possible questions. Then if they don't know something, they can just email later. It's super simple. Then we just hire a VA to automate client communication throughout production and train them with procedures I'll just give to you. So sounds complicated? Well, if you want, you can also just handle the sales calls and client communication yourself in the beginning if you really want to, then hire someone to do it later. But remember, you only need 5 to 15 sales per month, not 1,000. So even if you do the calls and communication yourself, it only amounts to 1 hour or so a day of work. Insane, right? Then when you're ready, I'll teach you how to fully automate everything using the drop servicing system. Now, if you're thinking, cool, I can set up the marketing, sales, and automation, but what if I don't have any skills or knowledge around the product myself? Well, it doesn't matter because that's your production team's job. You don't need to have knowledge or skills. We just make sure our team does. And I'm going to share my hiring process for building a highly skilled team team for any niche I enter without knowing anything about them, because we aren't consultants selling our brain power. We're connecting our high quality teams with a high value client in a win-win relationship for all, meaning a lot of value for us in the form of good old American dollars, whatever currency you choose, euro, British pounds, doesn't matter. You don't need to understand how to provide the service you're offering, because you will have an entire team of killers dedicated to providing a flawless service every time, and we're going to show you how to find and train them systematically, provide the perfect service every single time. Exciting, right? So essentially, the way the business model works is the client buys a service from your agency and pays up front 50 to 100%. Then you use this money to buy the service from the freelancer. Not a new one every time. These will become your long-term team. And again, you don't need to hire anyone. You only pay your freelancers after a client pays you, so you can't lose money here, making this business model 100% sustainable. So as you grow your drop servicing agency, you can hire the best freelancers so they work for you for the long term. What's great about drop servicing is that once our team delivers the service to our clients, the majority of the time they will buy from us again or recommend us to their friends. And we are going to show you how to systemize that process. And you see, drop servicing is a flywheel. The more marketing you do, like sending emails, the more leads you get, the more sales you get, the more service you provide, the more marketing you get. So that's one of the big strengths of drop servicing compared to any other business model. We're actually providing a high quality service that makes our clients happy, so they come back for more and refer us to their own clients. The way it works is that a client buys from your business, they receive excellent service, then they buy again and again, then they recommend you to their friends, who then buy your service and they buy again and again, then they recommend you to their friends. The revenue just adds up over time. So businesses that make money consistently long-term understand this concept. The value isn't in the initial purchase, but in the repeat purchases and referrals. So you see, with a flywheel, the more customers you have that you provide amazing services to, the more they refer you to their own network. So you essentially clone them into more customers, and your happy customers buy from you again and again. These recurring customers just add up over time. So over time, your flywheel gains more energy and momentum as you get more